Congratulations, you did it.
You've graduated.
We know you sacrificed a lot to complete your studies.
It requires dedication and commitment,
as well as endless support from your loved ones.
You've shown what you can do,
even in the face of many challenges.
And you've made it.
Over the course of your studies, there have been changes to the way we live and work.
But you not only survived,
You thrived. And you should be so proud of your success.
We're excited to celebrate you and your achievements.
Your strength and resilience
has been nothing short of inspirational.
And now, it's time to celebrate. So from all of us here at UTS,
Congratulations.
Congratulations! Felicitaciones!
Tanya,
Mazel Tov.
Badhai ho!
恭喜大家毕业
congratulations, too deadly.
Congratulations.
Welcome everyone. I'm UTS alumnus Karen Zhang, and I will be your MC for this graduation celebration. Before we begin proceedings, I would like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, upon whose ancestral lands our campus now stands. I would like to also pay respects to the elders past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for this land. I would further like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various ancestral lands from which our other attendees join us for this celebration, and pay respects to those elders past and present. We are coming together for this special celebration to recognise those that graduated in 2021 and welcome them across Australia and further abroad. And while we can't celebrate together in person, you can still take part by joining the chat online. Take this opportunity to send congratulations to a fellow graduate or a message of support to friends overseas, or a special thanks to loved ones that have supported you through your studies. So get involved and share the excitement of graduating. While this event is not intended to replace traditional graduation ceremonies, we want to recognise the graduates whose ceremonies have been postponed. It has been a difficult couple of years for many people, missing many important occasions and celebrations, not least the special milestone that is graduation. It has been disappointing not to have ceremonies due to the impacts of the pandemic, and we want to acknowledge each and every graduate who has missed or are yet to celebrate this achievement with a ceremony. And we can't wait to see you again in the near future. At this point, I'd also like to make a special mention of those graduates who are currently located overseas. We have graduates from right around the world in over 37 countries, including China, India, Indonesia, Vietnam, the Philippines, and Nepal. While you cannot be with us in person at the moment, we will continue to count on you as important members of the wider UTS community. It's truly an honour to be back here to celebrate other UTS graduates and now fellow alumni. I graduated from UTS with a Bachelor of Business in 2016 under the Business Dean Scholarship. My time at UTS helped shape the person that I am today and continues to play an important role in my life. In thinking about my journey at UTS, connection and community come to mind. I was actively involved in a number of university clubs and societies. I was a member of the UTS Business Society and founded the UTS Table Tennis Club. I also co-founded the Inter-University Table Tennis Association. I also took an interest in innovation and entrepreneurship, no doubt contributing to me taking on my current role in technology sales at Google. Through UTS, I got involved in the UTS 3Ps innovation competition and got second place for my startup. It was these types of activities and initiatives that connected me with the ideas and people that inspired me to follow my chosen path. And I continue to remain connected to the UTS community through the UTS Young Alumni Committee. The UTS Young Alumni Committee was formed by a group of young alumni to provide a platform for over 48,000 UTS young alumni around the world to connect, develop, and learn from one another. During my time at UTS, I gained a great deal of experience, mentorship, and growth from those opportunities. It is humbling now to be able to stay connected, give back, and deepen my UTS roots through working alongside the team to curate a wide variety of social and professional development opportunities for the UTS Young Alumni community. I'm grateful for the opportunity to bring my professional experience and programs like the Google I'm Remarkable workshop to inspire and develop UTS young professionals around the world. My time and ongoing connection with UTS helped me contribute to the wider community in a meaningful and positive way. And now it's your turn to take that next step and see what you can do. While the last couple of years have been challenging to say the least, and you've risen to the occasion repeatedly, no doubt you will use the learnings from the last couple of years to make a positive difference in the community and reflect what it means to be a member of the UTS community. You have worked hard to be here, and you should be proud of what you have achieved during your studies. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Over the next 30 minutes or so, we'll hear from UTS senior leaders as well as an exceptional keynote speaker. They will each be offering their own congratulations as well as reflecting on the significance of graduation and welcoming you to the wider UTS alumni community. So without further ado, I would now like to introduce you to the first speaker, Vice Chancellor and President Professor Andrew Parfitt.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our online graduation celebration. I'd like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, upon whose ancestral lands our city campus stands. I'd also like to pay respects to elders both past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for this place. I would further like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various ancestral lands from which our other attendees join us today, and pay respects to those elders past and present. Whether you're in Australia or joining us from other parts of the world, congratulations on completing your studies. Graduation is a significant milestone in your career journey, one you should be very proud of. You've worked hard to get here, particularly in the unique environment of the past 2 years. When you graduate from UTS, you become part of a global network of creative, innovative people. Our 245,000 strong alumni community can be found working worldwide across government, private business and the community sector, many in leadership roles. As you go out into the world, we look forward to supporting and engaging with you as you continue to shape our society's future. This year, we look forward to welcoming graduates back to campus for ceremonies. However, we understand not all graduates will be able to attend in person due to the pandemic. I'm pleased, though, that we can come together online as a community to acknowledge and celebrate your achievements. This is the first graduation celebration I've attended as the Vice-Chancellor, and I'm honoured to be taking part. It is a unique way to honour our graduates and their accomplishments, as well as those of you who have supported graduates through their studies. I'd like to thank UTS staff for the incredible effort that has gone into getting our students all the way to graduation. And I'd also like to acknowledge the support of family and friends, particularly during moments of stress throughout the years. We all know 2020 and 2021 have proved to be years like no other. Still, you've demonstrated your commitment, dedication and agility in the face of significant challenges. You moved to online learning and experienced new ways of learning and collaborating with peers. In some cases, you also did it while navigating different time zones. I'm confident that the resilience and skills you have developed at UTS will play an essential role as you transition into a world where preconceived notions of work and careers are reimagined. Your achievement of graduating is even more significant as it's come at a time when the world is changing rapidly and humanity is facing profound global challenges. As a UTS graduate, you're ready to answer these challenges and also to identify new opportunities. Many of our alumni have achieved remarkable feats in their chosen fields. They're inspirational and innovative, whether through research, business and entrepreneurship or social impact. They've had a positive impact in Australia and on the world. Graduating is a great achievement, but it comes with new responsibilities, obligations and opportunities. the ethical and social responsibilities of being a UTS graduate. In today's world, more than ever, you must lead by demonstrating the highest standards of personal and professional ethics and integrity. At UTS, we encourage our students to think of themselves as professionals from day one. So as you graduate, please remain lifetime students and continue your thirst for knowledge, discovery, reinvention, innovation and learning. You're now joining a global community of UTS alumni who are making their mark on the world, and we look forward to seeing what you can accomplish. Once again, on behalf of everyone at UTS, congratulations on graduating, and we wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Professor Anthony Burke. Professor Burke is an academic in the School of Architecture and host of ABC's Restoration Australia. He is recognised internationally for his work in architectural design, curation and commentary, specialising in contemporary design theory at the intersection of technology, urbanism and practice. He has worked at UTS for 15 years as Professor, Head of School of Architecture, Course Director for the Master's Programme and Associate Dean of International for the faculty. He was previously Assistant Professor of Architecture at University of California, Berkeley, Curator for the Sydney Opera House's 40th Anniversary Symposium, and he has served as chairs of various boards. Anthony was Director of the Design Practice Offshore Studio from 2009 to 2016, and Co-Creative Director with Gerard Greenmouth for the Australian National Pavilion at the 2012 Venice Architecture Biennale. He is currently working on a series of productions on architectural restoration for public media, and is researching Australia's architectural history with a specific focus on Sydney's emerging new wave of city-changing projects, reshaping the Sydney CBD. So without further ado, it's my great pleasure to welcome our keynote speaker, Professor Anthony Burke.
I'd like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation on whose ancestral lands we stand today, and acknowledge elders past and present as the traditional custodians of knowledge in this place. If we are to attempt to understand Indigenous philosophy, it has to begin with the profound obligation to land, notes Bruce Pascoe. Words that remind us that our highest duty of care is to the land on which we stand, so that it may support the generations to come. And as new generations and as new graduates, your generation is perhaps the first, where the most important thing you can do is not to build the new, but to find the new in the ways in which we must come to recognise and respect our past and care for country, no matter where you are, in the largest sense of those ideas. Let me add my personal congratulations to you all. We are incredibly proud of what you've achieved and of who you are. No longer a student, you are a colleague, you are an educated citizen of the world. On behalf of the school, the faculty and the university, congratulations on reaching this wonderful moment in your lives. To say this is a unique moment would normally sound cliche, but not this time. The changes going on around us are, for anyone who's paying attention, literally existential in nature, planetary in scale, and carry the necessity of a common political will that seems to be currently beyond us. As monumental as this sounds, this moment of change is yours to embrace. And I want to encourage you to find your own way into it, driven by your unique passions and ideas and informed by your education. Recognise and celebrate this moment as truly special, both in your life as much as it is unique in our common cultural project, a project in which you are about to play a leading role. As Buckminster Fuller once noted, we are called to be the architects of the future, not its victims. And so part of the celebration of this moment is also taking up the responsibility of your education, not just now, but as a long-term responsibility. When we build, let us think that we build forever, said John Ruskin. Architecture speaks to the generations through the marbles, he said. And with longevity in mind, I want to encourage you not to underestimate the significance of what you have achieved over the past years of your degree. as well as the optimism and the enormous potential that education assumes. As Fuller's note deftly outlines, there is a lot at stake. In saying this, I can think of no more a prepared and inspired group of people than you to meet this moment. Our expectation and confidence in you is that you will make your contribution an enduring one. And while this may all sound somewhat grandiose, I'd encourage you all to think precisely in those grandiose terms. For if not now, at your graduation, then when? The question I think you should be asking yourself right now is, what positive contribution to our collective future will I now make? I've been very fortunate in my career since uni, studying and working all over the world and remaining always involved with architecture, something I love and remain endlessly fascinated by. One of the most recent realisations in my career, however, came recently from presenting Restoration Australia for the ABC. And what surprised me was not the architecture or the histories that I've encountered, but the homeowners in the show themselves. In many ways, they are the show, much to my surprise. And it is their very tangible sense of responsibility and purpose to contribute to the cultural heritage of Australia in a small but important way that fascinates me. This sense of personal responsibility to the grand narrative of Australian history and their enthusiasm for it caught me off guard and has inspired me in a way that I did not expect. The homeowners and their need to contribute to the greater cultural narrative that drives them reminds me of the profound role you will play in shaping the lives of those around you, of the possibility of making your contribution and how keenly that is understood, respected and needed by our community. In that sense, what we do, what you will do, really matters. It matters not just to you, it matters to others, it matters to all of us. Winston Churchill once said, "We shape our buildings, thereafter they shape us." And as I find myself a professor of architecture, I remain deeply humbled to share their stories with them and remind myself to always be open to being shaped by them, as it were. With this impact on others in mind, cherish and practice the values you've attained here at UTS. A fairness and strong sense of what is right, a care and generosity towards those around you, family and strangers alike, and an enduring positive curiosity about the world around you, a world that now it is your turn to lead. These will guide you and serve you well. Know that as you leave campus, we are as excited about what you will achieve as you are. Finally, I'd like to take the moment to encourage you to embrace the idealism of your younger self. Philosophically speaking, idealism is the practice of forming ideals or living under their influence, something I've always thought should be embraced, especially as a graduate. Too often, though, idealism is passed off as the naivety of the young, dismissed by the wisdom of the old. But if I could advise my younger self, I'd note how important cultivating and protecting that idealism I left uni with really is, and to resist at all costs its exchange for the withering cynicism of the intellectually exhausted and incurious, which over time can take place. In many ways, idealism is the special superpower of the young, educated mind, which only grows more confident with the successes that will inevitably follow. So don't be ashamed of your idealism. Embrace it with gusto. And as you look to step out on your own path, let your ideas and ideals lead you. We need idealists. We need people with ideas worth cultivating, worth living for. So let your ideals be the fuel for your passionate embrace of your potential to create change. And as you prepare to set off from university as a student for the last time, I thought of an Aboriginal proverb that I'd like to leave you with. Traveller, there are no paths. Paths are made by walking. The very best and good luck to you all as you take the next step.
Thank you, Professor Burke, and thank you for sharing your wisdom and inspirational advice with our graduates. I think your advice to all of our graduates about being idealists and embracing the change and being the change within is such an important lesson to remember, and it's something that I'll certainly reflect on going forward. It's always great to hear about the amazing things other members of the UTS community are doing and the positive differences they're making in the world. The UTS community continues to demonstrate a commitment to social change, whether that be through groundbreaking research, pioneering business ideas, or humanitarian efforts. Remember, you will remain connected to this global network through the UTS Alumni Network. As UTS alumni, we are part of a unique group. We are part of something special. The UTS alumni community opens up a world of benefits to help you build your career, access a lifetime of learning, communicate with others, and stay informed. From career services to help you find your dream job, exclusive events and networking opportunities with like-minded alumni and professionals, support for your startup venture, and much more. Make sure you continue to stay connected with UTS and the alumni community you are a valued member of. Now, before we conclude proceedings, I would like to welcome the Deputy Vice Chancellor and Vice President, Education and Students, Professor Shirley Alexander, to share some final words and advice with our graduates.
Thank you very much, Karen, and it has been wonderful to have you as the MC today. And may I say, what a wonderful role model you are for not only the way in which you embraced your own degree, but the way in which you have taken up every single opportunity. And as we were talking earlier, you talked about the way you were able to transfer what you had learned in your degree to your role at Google. So it's wonderful to meet you today, and thank you for doing such a terrific job as the MC. And thank you to everyone who's joining us online today. I want to add my heartfelt congratulations to all of today's graduates and to their families and friends and everyone who helped our graduates have that achievement. We know just how hard you have worked to get there. So to the graduates, I would say, take some time today alone and reflect on your extraordinary achievement. Not only have you mastered a significant body of knowledge, but it is also what many call the hidden curriculum that you have also mastered that will cause you to stand above others. Just to mention a few of these characteristics. You have demonstrated that you have the self-discipline that's needed to stay focused over many years of study, involving both triumphs and, in some cases, disappointments. But always remember that sometimes the most important learning opportunities will have been those that arose from disappointments, and that's certainly been my experience. You've also shown that you have the time management skills to balance your academic life with what would have been for many of you I calculated around 100 assessments over the years. These would have almost certainly had some competing and conflicting deadlines, differing expectations, and in some cases requiring group work. So you have learned how to work with others and how to resolve conflict. Each of these is critically important to your future working life. So today is just a great opportunity to celebrate that success, and I'm really honoured to be taking part in this event. And I know I speak for all staff when I say it's always such a thrill to see students graduating. It's always such a happy time and a time of celebration. As other speakers have noted, that unfortunately we are celebrating your achievements online, but we're all looking forward to seeing many of you on campus in the near future, be that at an on-campus photo session or at one of our COVID-safe ceremonies. But no matter how you choose to celebrate, graduation is a significant part of your student journey, because it's not always a linear journey. For example, you may start with a dream of one career and end up finding a new passion that takes you in a completely different direction. And that was certainly my own personal experience. I started my degree imagining I was going to be a cell biologist, but ended up a computer scientist and statistician because I found that new passion. You might build something that makes life easier for someone, or you might be responsible for research that saves lives or makes the world a better place. While the world is in constant change, and never more so than right now, your time and experiences with UTS have shaped you into global citizens, ready to adapt and thrive in the workplace of the future. No matter what you do or where you are in your journey, you will always be a part of the UTS community. And I hope you can always remain involved in learning and curious. It's something I've seen in many UTS graduates, and it's the innovative spirit of our community that continues to grow and contribute positively to society. Before we conclude our proceedings, I would like to thank our MC, Karen, once again for leading us through today. You have done a wonderful job, and you are truly a terrific role model for all of our UTS graduates. Finally, on behalf of the entire UTS community, congratulations and all the very best for your future. We look forward to seeing you all again soon.